All honor, dominion, and power unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kadash. That's the name of the supreme ruler of the universe, in the name of the Son, and the name of the Holy Spirit. I'm going to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful Ekakim. I want to get into one of the constant themes in the scriptures of the men of the Most High despising the wicked kingdom that they were in from the beginning. Okay, pursuant to Jeremiah 28:8, you had the prophets that spoke against the kingdoms and the countries that they were in. Okay, and they spoke about its destruction. All right, and they were staunchly opposed to everything that it stood for. All right, and it's no different than the time that we're in now. And if anything, it's heightened, it's exacerbated. Okay, it's intensified because the wickedness is greater. In a time, in a day and age when the abominable acts of the people are far greater than any other time on the planet in the history of mankind, man. Okay, so our hatred for this place is even greater. And ultimately, when you look at the sealing of the elect, um, you look at how those men, the hatred that they had for this place, for the current regime of wickedness. And just as it said, this is a global thing because there's no place where the filth and the pollution of the great Babylon has not reached. Okay, so um, that the hatred for the wickedness of this global regime, global Edomite regime, is going to be perfected, and once that is perfected, that's the sealing of the elect. Okay, does it not talk about the men that sigh and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof? All right, and there's countless precepts of the scriptures going into um, despising wickedness, um, fucking abhorring evil. All right, all throughout these scriptures, man. We're gonna start off in Sirach 17:26. It says, "Turn again to the Most High, and turn away from iniquity, for He will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, and hate thou abomination vehemently." Okay, so turning to the Most High is synonymous with hating abomination, man. And it goes on to say vehemently, which means just intensely. It's putting an extent on it, how much you should um, hate abomination, man. It means pretty much to the maximum, as much as you can, and even more. All right, because therein lies your obedience to the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and faith in the Most High, which would then have works thereafter. Okay, so it's a deterrent to transgression. You see, hating abomination is a deterrent to transgression. I remember a line Dama said, um, "The biggest flex on unrighteousness and wickedness is obedience to the Most High." Okay, following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. Okay, and like it says, hastening to flee from this fucking place, man. Hastening the day of the coming of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, even if there was this unprofitable ruler was somewhat more righteous, the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai still longed for the Most High um, establishment on earth, man. Okay. Separation from the presence of the Most High, because this place is so contrary to the Most High, man, in every way. All right. And such has been since the beginning, um, since pretty much the fall of mankind. All right. Going from that first wicked, evil, sinful, sick, disgusting, twisted kingdom of the ancient Babylon, man. The first Babylon, if you will, Nimrod's Babylon. Okay, what they call the ancient Sumerians. They're the ancient Mesopotamians, the first civilization. Okay, they were committing abominable acts, and a lot of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's witchcraft and idolatry goes back to uh, that empire. Okay, so we are to hate abomination vehemently. And is this place not abominable? It's heavy because years ago, when Obama um, was in the White House, uh, this motherfucker, they called this place an abomination, which is like a play on words that it's an abomination because what got pushed during that time, right? The whole alphabet agenda got pushed heavily and really took its got launched and took its flight, so to speak, got propelled to the front of these social agendas, man. Okay, this place is an abomination, man, to the max. Talking about late term and post birth abortions. Okay, what kind of a sick, twisted place would ever promote some shit like that? Okay, and then everything else. I mean, it's complete madness. Okay, you can marry your animals. Okay, you can there's over 112 genders. I mean, that's just a few things, man. Adultery is promoted and fucking glamorized. You see, so this place is indeed to be hated and despised, man. And who's in rulership? This is in Ezekiel 35:2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. When you go into this word set in the blue letter, it goes into positioning yourself like in unto a military campaign. Okay, when you're setting up or when you're mounting up, or when you're getting yourself into position to attack, that's what it's likened to us setting ourselves. Like it says, set thyself in battle array. It's another set. That's the same set, man. So we are to pretty much mount up against Esau, mount up against Mount Seir. But no, put yourself in position against this motherfucker, man. Against him, against his everything he stands for, his philosophy. All right, and in that goes his dwelling places, which is fucking global. Mount Seir is not just Esau Edom. It's not just one place anymore. It's the whole fucking world that's been polluted by Esau. Okay, so it says, "Set thy face against." All right, let's get this word "against" to put it into full perspective of what kind of posture. That's another word for set. It says posture up, and that's like when a motherfucker's about to square up for a scrap. Okay, but the implications of us setting our face against Mount Seir, it goes very deep, man. The etymology of against sums it all up. It says in opposition to. So we're to set ourselves up in opposition to Mount Seir. What's the one of the main places of his of Mount Seir? Is fucking the Great Babylon, man. And like it says, all the nations have been drunk with the wine of the fornication of this fucking place, huh? So in essence, it's the entire world, this entire world, wicked fucking regime. So we are to set ourselves in opposition to, adverse to. It says hostile. So it's dealing with hostilities. When you talk about hostilities, that's going into fucking war. All right. Okay. That's what they call that shit. Hostilities, acts of warfare. You can't make this shit up, man. Hostilities, plural, fighting, conflict, are acts of warfare. All right. So it's this is military. What is the man Slovakia getting excited, man? Because the time we're about to fucking get it in, man. Both sides about to uh, um it set us up to destroy this motherfucker, man. What is the Most High a man of? Okay, he's a man of war. So this thing is of hostilities, man. In verse 2 it says, in an opposite direction or position. Okay, let's go down some. Okay, here it goes. Toward, it says opposite, against, and here's the point, contrary to. Okay, so we're to set our our face in adversion, in opposition to, and contrary to this fucking place, man. Mount Seir, Esau, Edom's dwelling place. Okay, the land of our captivity. All right, and everything that it stands for, the wickedness, like it says, that has polluted, exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The hand is given, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. So in essence, we are to despise and loathe this whole world, and it tells you that another word for love not is to hate. Okay, in First John. Anything but the scriptures, right? That comes up on these suggested. That's why this place is going to burn. This is in First John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And loving not goes into hate, obviously. And a hate means a passionate aversion. Okay? Just like we went to be hate in the etymology means a passionate aversion, and we just broke down what to be against means. It means to be adverse to, which is this same word, the root word for aversion. Okay, so to be vehemently against. Okay, passionately, severely in opposition to. All right, this whole fucking world. Because what does it say? For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. And the scriptures tell us that pride is the beginning of sin and of one that departeth from the Most High. That's all that is in this place. And what it sums that up, it shows you how even this scripture right here is prophetic and written for our learning, is that we're in an all-time narcissism epidemic. Okay, you can look it up. But we're in a time where people have never been more full of themselves and fucking obsessed with themselves. Um, it says it goes into to a fault. Narcissism. It's to a fault. That's a pathology, man. Okay, for you to be a fucking narcissist. Scriptures say that pride was not even made for man. All right. Pathology is a sickness. All right. It's like it goes into the study of sickness, right? The science of the causes and effects of diseases, especially the branch of medicine that deals with the laboratory examination of samples of body tissue for diagnostic or forensic purposes. It says a pathological condition. Okay. Pathological features considered collectively the typical behavior of a disease. Okay. Okay. Narcissism is excessive interest in or admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance. Okay. And I forgot where I saw it before. It goes into excessive interest in oneself to a fault. Okay. Um, Going into without valid basis, meaning there's no validity to your narcissism because these people ain't worth a good goddamn. You know what I'm saying? These people are worthless. They're proud for nothing. Like Apostle Rakah goes into, you've got even a fat bitch who's proud and narcissistic now. Okay, proud for nothing. Even though nobody should be fucking proud, but that just goes to show you. Okay, they're calling it a narcissism epidemic. I've done segments on it, man. Okay, with the social media and this uh, day and age of cameras, you know, of everything being fucking filmed and recorded. So, so people, they have a certain kind of persona. All right, self-centeredness. This is a psychoanalysis because this has, like I mentioned, it's a pathological disorder, man. It's a sickness. It's a disease. All right. It's a fucking mental disease, which is even worse. Self centeredness arising from failure to distinguish the self from external objects, either in very young babies or as a feature of mental disorder. Okay. So it's preventing you from functioning in society. And that's what has happened to this place. Okay. It's gotten completely narcissistic, man. All right. Um, Salakia, let's finish that off. The pride of life, right? And the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Okay. Amos 5 and 15. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that Yahweh, power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. Okay. And that's heavy because only the remnant is going to hate the evil. It's going to hate the wickedness of this place. All right, for crying out loud, the world is in the world regime, current world regime, the global Edomite hegemony. Okay, was obtained through the rape, robbery, and murder of the true Hebrew Israelites. Okay, and that's what we have here. That's why you had this cocksucker at the FIFA. He was a FIFA representative. Um, said a statement that we have to Europeans, and they see they weren't even Europeans. So I'll tell you who the fuck they are. The Edomites. He said we should be apologizing for the next 3,000 years for what we've done for the last 3,000 years. And he's got his dates all fucked up because they're trying to say that they were in power during the Dark Ages. But we'll just say for the last 2,000 years. Okay. Well, if you want to add the Greek and Roman empires, Greco-Roman Empire, you know, then roughly, but still, um, the 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 fact stands. The essence of what he's the the substance of what he's saying, man. Okay, pretty much the world got to where it's at, and anybody with fucking so-called power that obtained it to this moment today got it off the backs of the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called, man. The true Hebrew Israelites. Okay, and there ought to be an outcry for that, and there is an outcry coming from the elect of the nation of Israel, first and foremost. Okay, to the remnant, but it's just so heavy because we're actually required. That's only a logical thing, not just logical. It's righteous thing to do what? To establish judgment in the gate, meaning off fucking rip. Okay, right from the get go, or else because we're supposed to do that anyway as Israelites, because we can't fuck with everybody. We can't fuck with every fucking thing. Okay, so we got to say, wait a minute, wait a minute. Is this lawful? Is this lawful for me to deal with? Okay, so we are to fucking hate the evil, man. And this place is indeed is dripping in wickedness, man. This is Psalm 139 and 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O power. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee? And am I not grieved? Salakia, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Absolutely. That's what this place contains. That's what this place is inundated with. Bloody men. Are we not in the bloody city? All right. That's going into them that slayed the prophets, but the the man of blood going into Habakkuk is fucking Esau Edom, man. Okay. The hammer of the whole earth. Okay. The accuser, fucking Satan, the adversary, the accuser of his brethren. All right. So um we are even more exponentially to hate this fucking place, man. With a passion going into that perfect hatred. All right. It's like I just mentioned, this place is um crucifies Yahweh Shai on a daily basis, man. It X's them out. Like it says, um they speak wickedly against the Most High. Okay, they take the Most High, His name in vain, and everything that is about Him. These scriptures, man, they take these scriptures in vain. and everything that is pertaining to the Most High, and even the apple of His eye. What they did, how they dogged out the nation of Israel, the true Hebrew Israelites, the lost tribes of the nation of Israel, I should say, because their identities have been concealed. All right, have been fucking stolen, really. All right, so that's all that this place pertains to is at uh, contrary um, a contrary spirit of the Most High. All right, and look, it even says they rise up against thee. So they rise up just like we said, to set thy face against. They've set their faces in opposition and and in aversion, adverse and contrary to the Most High. Okay, and the hatred that the Most High is perfecting in His men goes into complete. All right, He's completing our hatred for this place. Let's get that because it says something. Ooh, so the perfection, the perfect hatred that King David had, showing you that this is the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. That all the men of the Lord had this spirit on them, man. And when you see the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, it's almost like we inherited that from them. It was really from the Most High Al Bashim Al Shai, but it's almost like because they are spiritual fathers, are they not? We it's almost like it's hereditary because it's likened unto we came from them even biologically, man. Even though we didn't, they're not our we didn't come from their same exact seed. But ultimately, with the interminglings of Israel, we're just extended family any fucking way, man. But we inherited that um, from the elders and apostles, man. Okay. Um, it says completion. So the perfect, that hatred is going to be in full completion. Okay. It end. And that's exactly what I mentioned about the elect being sealed. All right. That's going to go hand in hand with their hatred being perfected. All right. Which goes into the, them that sigh and cry for the abominations. And this just sums it all the way the fuck up. It says, in extremity. When you look at extremity, it means to the furthest end. Okay, the furthest ends of something. Your extremities on your body is the crown of your head and the sole of your feet. Okay, so once you get into the end, that's in the same concept of the end. That means it's full, it's complete, it's finished. Okay, and that's exactly what the Most High is doing to us at this place. We fucking increasingly despise this place, man, as the time goes on. Ezekiel 9:4, and Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, that's going into the controversy of Zion, which was the fucking unspeakable atrocities that were done to the nation of Israel, going back from our first captivity in Egypt, all right, all the way to the worst captivity, which was here in Great Babylon, man. But that is going to pale in comparison to Jacob's trouble. Okay, but didn't it just not say the remnant of Israel, the remnant of Jacob? Okay, is finishing off in Psalm 97 and 10. Ye that love Yahweh hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. So essentially, it's telling you that hating the evil is is going to get you delivered from the hand of the wicked, man. From Jacob's trouble, okay, from the destruction that is about to befall this place, man. All the fucking the plagues and the tribulation that is about to blitz this joint. Okay, going from the natural disasters to the fucking wars on all sides, right? Class wars, food riots, fucking World War III, all right? Marauder groups, full and total economic and financial collapse, all right? The lack of resources and goods, fucking pestilences and plague, all right? And then ultimately the thermonuclear missiles, all right? Hating the evil is going is synonymous with us being delivered, man. Is going to result in us being delivered. All right. It shows you right there. That's why these scriptures are like is like an equation. All right. Where you plug in you know different values and it gives you a solution. All right. And it's exactly what the scripture is telling you, man. Ye that love Yahweh hate evil. He preserveth the souls of the saints. He delivered them out of the hand of the wicked. Just like it says, um, the world has been delivered into the hand of, unto. Okay. And then he's going to deliver them out of the hand of the wicked. Okay. Out of this world. All right. And that's ultimately going to happen. Um, and take us to the transition of the end of Esau's world. Okay. And who are the saints? All right. The saints are Israelites, primarily the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. 144,000 first off, and then 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay. So the significance of the hatred and despising of this fucking place is paramount, man. The to to be able to weigh the gravity of this thing, man. All right. Oh, even so much so, it tells us to have our eyes single, to have the fucking the blinders on to this place, man. It also pretty much says that in um, that word diligent, to give diligence to make your calling and election sure. That word diligent means to single out. All right. When you're diligent about something, you single it out. You put it chiefly above anything else in your life. All right. It's all consuming. That's another word in the etymon for diligent. Diligence. Okay. To be consumed with it, man. All right. So with that, all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. May we increasingly despise this place, man. Get us the fuck out of here. Shalom.